and them boys saying, hey, look here, y'all. Kevin is trash. Kevin, listen, the way they operating in Cleveland, I don't know why Kevin there. The man sitting there and talk as if he Bill Belichick when Bill Belichick was balling at the Patriots and just answering the question so whack. Yeah, they ain't winning at all no more. Even when they put Shedeur in, I still don't know how it's going to go because the way Kevin act towards Shedeur, that man probably ain't even going to call good plays for him. Now, you know Shedeur going to ad-lib and make that thing pop, but boy, whoo-wee. Kevin said, man, look, I don't even know what y'all asked me this mess for. Shedeur is not my focus. He ain't my focus. I ain't worried about playing him. I ain't worried about giving the offense a spark. I ain't worried about giving the offense that green light. We ain't worried about that. We tanking. If y'all don't know, we tanking. Yeah, I'm going to put that sorry joke out there, Dylan Gabriel. I'm going to stank it up with it. Stank it up. Stank it up. I don't care about that. Me and Jimmy know he finna stank it up. Man, we finna dink and donk all day long. What y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. Telling you right in your face. You think we should, that you should put Shedeur in and play him to get the offense a little spark? My focus is where we are right now. And that's not my focus. All right, cool. Don't let Shedeur be your focus. Keep stacking it up. This bye week, it is what it is. I ain't expecting no first team reps. Okay, cool. And I ain't expecting you to play. I'm at this point, I ain't even expecting him to put Shedeur in the game when it's a blowout. He ain't doing it. I'm cool with that. But when he gotta play Shedeur, ooh, we gonna know it ain't him. We gonna know that. We will know for a fact it ain't Shedeur. I mean that it ain't Kevin that's when Shedeur go to ball. It ain't Kevin. Listen, I don't know how he got Coach of the Year 2 times. They just gave that to him because he was at the Browns. Listen, this franchise so trash it don't make no sense. The owner let Kevin do what he want to do. Kevin sit in interviews, talk silly. Man. But hey, this the Browns. I didn't know this what we was jumping into, but this is the Browns. This is pretty much nonsense that we got going on. You got a star quarterback in Shedeur, and you playing Dylan Gabriel. Nobody thought of last year. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think this is my book from last year. Let me see. I think this is my book from last year. Let me see. Nah. It's my book from this year. I about to say it's my book from last year, but it ain't. It ain't. Nobody, listen, y'all. Nobody is thinking about Dylan Gabriel. Nobody. Not one person in the world is thinking about Dylan Gabriel. We see how sorry this man playing, and Kevin said, I don't care how sorry he playing. He ain't coming out the game. He will be my starting quarterback. Boy. They can't even justify this. Hey, they can't even justify this. This man done played 4 games and been whacked all 4 games. And then New England, he was just extra whack. So if we ain't gonna play in New England, cool. I mean, Cleveland, cool. If he's not gonna give us an opportunity, I guess in late November, December, we might get one. But the way Kevin acting, boy, that boy really put Bailey in. And see what's crazy is Bailey ain't been sent back to the practice squad. Bailey might keep that 2 spot. Bailey might keep that 2 spot. He might. Now they maybe if he, because you know Kevin say he don't listen to the noise, but that might be too much noise for him. He might have to leave him at QB2. Now, and you know what else? What was funny? Kevin didn't even say when he was bringing up guys that was injured. He didn't even say that that Shedeur was back and ready. He didn't even acknowledge that. So it's like, bruh, y'all forced this man out. Y'all can tell us what y'all want to tell us. Y'all forced this man out. Yeah. They tanking, y'all. It's no way a coach could be locked in on a quarterback that ain't performing, that can't throw the ball downfield, that have no real answers for why the offense like this. They are tanking. They are tanking. This is Tank City. Tank, 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 tank. If I ain't putting Shedeur in, and then I think they said he's 2 games behind to be in first place. Bro, you tanking. Yeah. You're tanking. This is a tank right in our face. We know Shedeur good. We see him at practice. We ain't putting him in. We gonna keep Dillon Gabriel out there. Dillon Gabriel numbers was trash over the summer. They trash now. They want to lose to the Jets, and they want to lose to the Raiders. Let me look at this schedule and see all these losses they trying to take. Boy, yeah. They want the draft picks, y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with playing Shedeur. This is about draft picks. Ain't nobody not gonna play. Yeah, y'all. One of these years, Kevin played 5 quarterbacks. He only played 2 so far. Both ain't been about nothing. So, yes, y'all tanking. You ain't even trying to win. Lose to the Jets. And you got a good way you can say you could lose. You lost on an away game. Good. Lose to the Raiders. You lost at an away game. Good. Pittsburgh, he know he going to lose. Cincinnati, he might want to win that game to beat Joe, but he probably going to lose. Tennessee, man, they might even lose to Tennessee, man. They might just give it all. Yeah, they will. These are 3 games to keep the eye on. The Jets, the Raiders, and Tennessee. If we lose all 3 of them, that was a for sure tank. That's a guaranteed tank. If we lose to the Jets, the Raiders, and Tennessee, we tanking. I don't even think they putting Shedeur until December the 14th. They got to make sure they lose that game versus Tennessee. They know for a fact Shedeur be crunk to play in that game. Yeah, they lose the Jets, the Raiders, and Tennessee. They tanking. Out the gate. Renee, what's good? The whole thing is weird. It is. UB, what's good? Say been fuming out. Wow, Lane, I ain't never seen no mess like this in my life. These boys be tripping. They wide open with it. Like, I'm right in your face. I ain't playing Shedeur. That ain't my focus, putting them in no game. All right, cold is, hey, boy, Dillon Gabriel, yeah, he trash. I'm going to keep putting him out there, though. I'm going to call the offense good as I can, the best that I can, and, hey, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't going to win no games. Yeah, he ain't winning no games. And Stevenson, you say, I wouldn't want to play for him. Well, it ain't that Shedeur wouldn't want to play. Like, we wouldn't on the outside, but Shedeur getting an opportunity, he going to take it. Excuse me. Hollywood, say, try to tell you, Colin, Kevin, don't care for Shedeur. He won't play him until the season. Yeah, they going to make sure the season is over. And I'm talking about over. Take that L versus the Jets. Take that L versus the Raiders. Take that L versus Tennessee. And the way you could do it is you could stank it up. He probably wanted to lose to the Miami, but Tua kept throwing all the interceptions to him. Here, get this interception. Here, get this interception. Here, get this interception. He looking like, dog, Tua. Your sorry self. You supposed to came and won this game, boy. Dog, you garbage. You worse than Dillon Gabriel. Yeah, this is wild, man. Dog, this is wild. I ain't seen nothing like this before. Miss Lady, Nicole, what's good? UB, you say next home game is the Ravens game after the Jets. Shedeur might get the first start at home to sell it out. Nah, they ain't worried about it. If it would, I'd be shocked. They ain't selling that out. They trying to lose 3 losses that they need. Tennessee, the Jets, the Raiders, and Tennessee. That put them in better position to get the top draft picks. They are tanking. This is Tank full throttle. My focus is not on Shedeur. Man, you tanking. Blue, yeah, man. But it still bring me back to the Red Sea. That's what this is. Blue, what's good? You said Kevin has the same agent as every coach Dylan had in college. It's yeah. They working this thing. They working this one. CJ, you say they definitely tank play. Yeah, listen. You got Dylan Gabriel so clueless out there. The man throw the ball to nobody and get ground, intentional ground, and give up 2 points. That's garbage. Like, you really sore when you doing stuff like that now. All you had to do is run. My boy say, nah, let me throw it. No. Ref, you're wrong. It was somebody over there. Yeah, somebody was there. So it ain't even it's maybe it's Jimmy saying, hey, I want to win. We gonna tank this year. We'll let Shedeur get at the end of the year. Even if that. Do it how you want to do it, Kevin. Just get these draft picks, brother. You sure we got some great guys. Let me look out there now. Let me look at the O-line. Because all you gotta do is go to the SEC and the SEC and the Big Ten. Let's look at the SEC. Their top 10 draft picks in the SEC. O-line. They got an O-lineman from Oklahoma. And they got an O-lineman from Tennessee. And they got an O-lineman at Alabama. All right. On first team O-line, these guys that on that first team O-line SEC, them guys that you can go get. All right, let's look at the Big Ten. Because that's where I'm going to go if I'm looking for a player. I'm going there. So they tanking for them. All right, O-line in the Big Ten, first team O-line, you looking at them. They top 10 recruits for the NFL. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, they ain't show it to me. So the top O-lineman in the Big Ten is Penn State O-line, Illinois O-line, Wisconsin O-line, Iowa O-line. And in the SEC, it was, hold up. In the SEC, it's Alabama, Texas A&M, Alabama, Missouri. Them the guys I'm looking at for O-line. Point blank, period. That's who I'm looking at. I ain't looking at nobody else. That's where I'm going to get an O-lineman. So we don't draft the O-lineman out of the Big Ten or the SEC. They going to be tanking again. I don't know how many times you can tank. Kevin finna have 6 years, 2 winning seasons. And the rest of them, so 2 winning seasons, and the other 4 is 8 wins, 7 wins, 3 wins, and we had 2 wins right now. I don't even know if he's going to get more than 3 wins. Now, looking at their talent on their squad, they can actually win games. It's just Kevin refusing to win games. So they are tanking. They can't tell me nothing else. If you playing DG and in 4 games, this what he showed you, you tanking, brother. You say no teams were interested in DG and they took him in the 3rd round. They could have had him as yes, undrafted, and nobody would have thought about it. 757, you say I had a crazy thought that Cleveland saving Shedeur for next year. I really believe that. It got to be. It got to be. Like, ain't no way you going to tell me Shedeur showing up to practice and Dylan Gabriel outplaying him. Get out of here with that. We seen the stats when y'all kept tally marks on it. Nah, V8, you say Dylan was a pawn in this time. Yeah, he listen, he is. I feel bad for him. Well, he getting his opportunity, but he look crazy out there. I had to call somebody. I had to call a small quarterback and tell him, man, to come in and be my private coach or something, boy. Boy, you looking bad out there. Kevin out there hanging you to dry. Yeah, hey, we keep just trying to improve with Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, put him out there. Yeah, we just say he's getting better. He's improving. That man's sorry. CJ, you say if they tanking, I ain't even mad at it. Makes perfect sense. Get some better piece to build. Yeah, that's the only thing they could be doing. They're looking for the SEC O lineman and the Big Ten O lineman. I don't see no O lineman gonna be better than them. Yeah, you could come to the Big 12. It might be some the ACC. It might be some. It probably is. The Power Four is where they finna get an O-line for O-lineman at. But yeah, they tanking, y'all. Ain't no way around this. They tanking. Brandon, if you ain't playing Shedeur at all, that ain't even your focus. Oh, bro, you tanking. QD, so it don't matter what they say now. I'm just watching to see how the tanking gonna look. How bad can the tank get? How low can you go? How low can you go? I just want to see how bad the tanking can get, boy. You said Kevin on the hot seat for the next 2 weeks about his play calling with Dylan. He is, but man, Jimmy like, hey, tank, get us some good players. Then if you don't, we gonna get you out of there. Rich Girl, you say they won't even let Shedeur go in. Yeah, no, hey, they ain't giving him my boy garbage time. Grace, you said strategically losing. Yeah, they are. Just leave DG out there and you have a great excuse of why you losing. Platinum, what's good? K-Mo, you said if DG don't get hurt, Shedeur is not getting in. Excuse me, at least not right now. Hey, he might put Bailey in over him, so I don't even know if that'll matter. They ain't putting that boy in at all right now. They ain't about winning. They're about getting these 10 draft picks. Because right now, entering this week, if the draft was the day, they have the 4th pick and 19th pick. So they want the Jaguars to be sorry, and they want to be sorry. Yeah, this crazy. QD, you say no way Dylan wants to ruin his career with this much bad play and tanking. He doesn't, but he can't see through it that Kevin tanking on him. I'd be out there, hey, boy, nah. I had to call my own plays. Nah, Brandon, you said Jimmy and Kevin are in it together. Yeah, they are. They are. Kevin ain't getting fired. Kevin chilling. You say once Shedeur goes in, he's not coming out. And they know that. But they like, get what? He ain't going in. He ain't going in until it's over. $757, you say Jimmy might be holding Shedeur back to make Kevin mad. He could be, but it's just starting to look like tanking now. Like however they want to slice it, it's looking like they tanking. It don't even matter. It don't even matter however they go about it now. Baby J, you said don't worry about the coach words because it's not up to him to start Shedeur. Jimmy could step in, but he ain't. SAR, you say imagine if Shedeur played like this. Ooh. I hope Shedeur doesn't go in there and stank it up like that. Yeah, Miss Washington, it's straight garbage. But that's what they hitting us with. Blue, you say what they fail to realize. What them, yeah. See, he's got the whole world. Yeah, God got the last say so. It's pleasant plump. Jay, you say he isn't concerned about seeing what Shedeur can do because he already knows what. Yes, he know. He already know. Man, I see Shedeur out there. God, dog, that boy throwing that ball. Yeah. Hey, then he was talking about Jerry Jeudy. He said, that's not a loss on my mind. Jerry Jeudy is one of the best players on the team. He is the best player on the team. Bruh, make Jerry Jeudy drop 5 balls in a row before you stop throwing to him. I don't even think that man had no targets. I know Jerry Jeudy hot. I know he hot, boy. But that man check might be so good, he just chilling like, man, it is what it is. Child of God, you said Shedeur needs to get out of. Well, he can't. He can't. Well, they had to set him up. Renee, you say the media needs to ask more questions about tanking. I don't know if they asked them questions. I ain't never been locked in on a team so hard to know, but we about to find out. DJ, you say winning is not his focus. It ain't. It ain't. It's tanking. J8, because you say they keep coming up with other ways to overshadow the court. Listen, and you can't overshadow it. Dillon Gabriel and him just can't get it done. The IB computer ain't no IB computer. It's just not. One day you say, I think something is about to go down. It looked like it. Rich Girl, you say he didn't, but DG can only see the tight ends because he's so short. Yeah, it's tough out there for my boy. It's tough out there, boy. Them some big boys out there. UB, you say Jerry is team Shedeur, so he gets no targets. None at all. That boy say, I ain't throwing you the ball. On there, I seen him post that. CJ, you say, can the league find them for tanking? Nah. Because you can say you ain't tanking. You can say you ain't tanking. VA, hey, they got the tank, don't they? Tank. Well, these boys straight tanking, y'all. But if we lose to the Jets, Raiders, and Tennessee, we clearly certified tank. E, you say, I'm glad you finally called the captain. Yeah, because it's crazy now. Like, bruh, we saw 4 games with Joe Flacco. We give you that because Joe Flacco was the veteran. We knew you was going to play DG. Now, I figured in my mind he'll play DG 7 games, but, boy, to make it to 7 more games seemed like forever. Woo! Like, bro, is he? You say he couldn't see if he had a step ladder. Yeah, he can't. See, the crazy thing is, he gave Dillon Gabriel all the first team reps from May to now. They never gave Shedeur nothing. Never. They never gave Shedeur nothing. Shedeur couldn't even smell. He couldn't even smell it. But, boy, when that boy went out there and lit them boys up for that Panthers game, he was so hot. Then DG followed it up with a pick 6 and fumble. He was like, God dog it. Boy, you trash. We put you out there to outdo this, man. We took Shedeur out the game talking about his arm. Talking about his arm got arm soreness. And you get out there and throw a pick 6, you garbage look. Boy, you trash. That's why they didn't want to get rid of Joe Flacco. Like, he could have removed Joe Flacco. Put DG out, but like, dog, they try to keep everybody, Kenny Pickett, everybody. Bailey might play before Shedeur, y'all. That's the crazy thing about it. Assassin, you say supposed yesterday Kevin is thinking of giving play calling. I think she asked him about that too. And he kind of like, my boy like, lady, I'm tired of you asking me questions about Shedeur, about me giving up my play call. I know you calling me trash to my face. That's what you saying. You calling me trash to my face, and I ain't giving up my play calling. We tanking, little heifer. We tanking. That man tanking, and they wide open with this tank. The only team we may be scheduled to beat is the 3 that I think they're going to try to lose to. But the NFL is about entertainment. Maybe they'll start the year off clean, but y'all, only thing hurt them this year too, as far as trying to tank, they can't really throw the quarterbacks out there because ain't no quarterback balling. LSU quarterback fell to the wayside. Clemson fell to the wayside. South Carolina fell to the wayside. You can say Indiana, but Oregon, so ain't nobody out there balling. So you bring one of them in, you worse off when you got Shedeur already there. So until they name, I know it's the Red Sea type of situation. So I know when Shedeur go in, he's gonna shine. But boy, it's sad to see Dillon Gabriel made it this far. At least he collected NFL checks. He get to collect these NFL. If I'm him, I'm putting that check up. I'm telling everybody around me, don't ask me for nothing. Because I think if he wanted to live off 50 grand a year, he need 2 mil, and that could last him, I want to say, I got to get my calculator out, but I want to say 10 years of 100,000 with 1 mil. If you flip it to 50,000, that turn into 20 years. Yeah, he could last 40 years. He could take 2 mil and last 40 years, $50,000 a year without taxes, just straight 50 grand. He better do that. He better take 2 mil, put it up, let the interest stack up, and just live off 50 grand a year. He better keep that minivan. It's a wrap. All this film he putting out, it is over. It is over. It is over now. Over. It is over now. Yeah. He better put 2 mil to the side and say that 40 years. Because what, he in his 20s? So let's say 25. Let's say about 25, and you add 40 years to that, you 65. Yep. I put all that money away. Yes, sir. Why? I sleep at the facility. I don't even want no apartment. No. I'm sleeping at the facility. I ain't going home. Cause boy, yeah. 2 mil. Sit it up. Live off it for the next 40 years of his life or more. Yeah. I don't even know if he's going to be a backup in the league, y'all. Just real talk. I don't even know if this man going to be a backup in the league. And it ain't nothing against him. But again, it could just be Kevin, the way he calling his offense. Because when Kevin was winning, they were toting that ball. Kevin ain't really toting it. I already knew we was going to lose yesterday when, about to sneeze. Hey, I had to shimmy Cocoa Puffs about to sneeze in here. I knew we was going to lose when we was throwing it more than we was running it. When Cleveland was throwing it more than they run, I knew the game was over. I said, yeah, this is a wrap. You say DG never talks to any wide receivers on the sideline. It's wild out there, ain't it? Sassy, you say, I believe Kevin lost the locker room. Gary said he was going to talk to who he needs to. Yeah, hey, they ain't including the players in this. I was thinking about this too. See, the owner, you know they own everything. Kevin can be changed out any time. The players can be changed in and out of time. The owner is in control of this. He going to always eat good. Everybody else, they only pay for a short amount of time. The owner paid forever. So, yeah, this is just a gain to them. This is a gain to him. They had lost 8 years before they got Kevin. Then they got Kevin. Kevin won the first year. Then got some wins the next 2 years. They won big the fourth year. So the first year and fourth year, Kevin won big. Right now, he in the landslide. Living, you say 12 needs to go to the Saints. The way they act, I wouldn't be surprised if they did trade Shedeur. Time, you say 50 a year is a joke, low income. Man, listen, 50 grand with no taxes, and you ain't got to work for nobody. That's winning. And he do need to put some money aside, put about $500,000 aside to buy a house cash. So he ain't got to worry about no house payments. Dollar. Man, in the state, y'all must think, man, people ain't making 50 grand. DJ, you said, and I'm talking about 50 grand without being taxed. You getting the whole 50 for the whole year. No taxes in that. And you got to think people living off of 50 grand will make 50 and getting taxed. So they probably ain't getting but 36 to maybe 40, maybe 41. Rich girl, you say the wide receivers probably don't want to talk to them. They probably don't. Somebody was mad at, what's my boy name? Who it was? Isaiah Bond. They think he trash. DM, what's good? G-Mac. Dollar, you say Myles Garrett to the Cowboys. If I'm Myles Garrett, I want to get up out of there. I want to put me on a winning team. DJ, you say tanking is like cheating. AJ trying to secure that draft pick. They need O-linemen and they need wide receivers. O-linemen and wide receivers. T. Kitchen, you say Gabriel threw 2 picks. Yeah, 2 picks. He's not it, but I really don't know how much is his fault because Kevin, y'all saw how Joe Flacco went to another team and balled, so you just never know. So you say, nah, they not trade Shedeur. Kevin is silently trying to negotiate with Jimmy. If Shedeur becomes franchise QB, he gets a voice on the players he want around him. All I know is for that draft, we better get some big-time O-linemen. We better get big-time O-linemen and some wide receivers. Let me see. I'll tell y'all who the wide receivers are. Let me go back to the SEC. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go to LSU first. LSU, let me see what they wide receivers talking about. They got Aaron Anderson, 61 catches, among the top 5. I don't know how he doing this year, but that's one. Let me go to Ohio State, cause you already know Cardell. That Tate boy. Yeah. You him, boy. I'm getting a wide receiver. Yeah, Carnell Tate, I'm getting him. Yeah, that's why I be getting Tate. Let me see what Tate did last year. They didn't say, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, old lineman from the Big Ten or the SEC. And I go to any other Power 4, but I'm getting wide receivers from Ohio State, LSU. Them boys always come in certified. Brandon, you say if 12 wasn't on this team, I bet DG. Yeah, we wouldn't even be studying DG. Well, we wouldn't be studying, but he wouldn't be playing either. Yeah, Lady J is why 1922. Double R, you say the owner behind Kevin. That's why Kevin's so comfortable doing shit. Yeah, hey, they in there just chilling like, man, listen, we gonna parlay these losses, put it on DG, say it's your play calling, and then next year you call some good plays. Because they could make him step down or step out the way and allow Tommy Reese to call plays, but they like, nah. Till you say, Colin, you still think Shedeur in the right place? Only if this gonna turn into the Red Sea. Because in the Red Sea, if you was a part of it, like actually being there, you like, God, dog, this terrible. Man, why you just won't let him go? And then at the end, a party, boom. So if it's that, yes. If it ain't that, then somewhere else. Babe, you say wide receiver Arizona good? Yeah, Jason Tyson. Yeah, but I need to see him in that SEC ball. P.R., you say, hey, Colin, would you like to see Shedeur play? Yeah, I'd like to see him play if he was there or somewhere else. It really wouldn't matter because I know Joe Flacco left us and balled out. So even if he tried to make him not look good, as long as he got the right O-line in, Shedeur going to be all right. Serena, you said Kevin, DG old coach, and a few other coaches all have the same agent. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Cut, you say Shedeur is not Kevin's style of person. He does not, he's not the type of personality in the yeah. Okay. Now, see, they know Shedeur him. They see him at practice, but they keep giving us the okie doke. But they ain't okie doking me. I know this is tank time. Ain't no way you not tanking acting like this. This Tankville. Dollar, you say Shedeur remains silent as Nike prepares a major event this week. Yeah, my boy chilling. Like, ain't nothing to say. I'm going to just keep getting my check. DW, say, yes, he says Shedeur is not my concern. Hey, Not my focus, not my concern. That boy said, man, get that mess out of here, man. Get that mess out of here. RP, you say I really want Prime to coach in the NFL. That would really set the NFL upside down. It would. I'm just ready to see how everything turns out. Does Kevin really make it to the end of the year? Does Andrew Barrett make it to the end of the year? What draft picks we going to get? How will this Shedeur and the Cleveland Browns turn out? Because the NFL still got their thing on this, boy. They riding this one to the dirt. They ride this one to the dirt, boy. But I'm telling y'all, if they lose to Tennessee, the Jets, and the Raiders, they certified tank. Certified tank, certified tank, certified tank. Double R, say she asked Kevin Tom Reese doing the plays after the bye. He said, we looked at everything, but they ain't looking at nothing. He just be talking. Yeah, we're going to look. I guess he wanted to make a statement on Shedeur. I want to tell this heifer, if she don't shut up about some Shedeur Sanders every week, this heifer asks about this joker every week. My focus is where it's at the moment. But that is not my focus right there. Shedeur ain't my focus. Get that. That sucker ain't playing. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. You keep asking me about this, man. He not playing. Can't you see we tanking? You done been around us long enough. You know when I'm trying to win, and you know when I ain't. When the running backs ain't toting it, we losing. I know that. Everybody that made it to the playoffs had a run game. I know QJ him. I ain't letting him tote it. I know Ford can even tote it. I know Sampson can tote it. We ain't letting them tote it. I know those linemen told me if they come back this year, they want to tote the ball. I told them I would. I lied. That man sitting laughing in their face, man. He gonna tell Mary, hey, Mary, off the record, ask me about him again. You ask me about him again. You ask him. You ask him. Ask me. Oh, you gonna do it anyways, huh? All right. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. You heifer. You a heifer. Ooh, you a heifer. Get your heifer self out my face. Yeah, he mad at her. He mad at that lady. That lady come for him every time. Real quick question. Last one. Why wouldn't you put Shedeur in? Just to give him a little spark. Just a little spark. He is not my focus. And that man left it just like that. He is not, that's not my focus. That is not my focus. I say, woo-wee. Okay. All right, Kevin. Go ahead and say it. Heifer, we ain't playing Shedeur. We tanking right now. We got Dylan Gabriel in there stanking it up. Jared Judy ain't getting no targets. My wide receivers, y'all don't even know their names. Let me look at these wide receivers, y'all. I'm sorry, but let's look at it. Let's look at the wide receivers for Cleveland. Let's look at these wide receivers, y'all. If I wasn't locked in on this team, the only wide receiver name on here, because I watch football a lot, I knew about Thrash. But if I didn't watch football a lot, the only wide receiver in this room I would know was Jared Judy. That's the only wide receiver I would know. Nobody else I would know on this roster. Nobody. Let me see. Let me go to, well, Cincinnati, I know who their wide receivers is. I know, yep. Since I wouldn't know nobody. Yo, Cleveland trash. Jerry Judy was the only dude I know. This is wild. And I keep up with football. Let me glance. Let me just randomly glance and see where my book fall at and what team I get. All right. All right, the team. Oh, I ain't getting nobody. Hold on. All right, the team. Let me see. All right, it fell on the Cardinals. The Cardinals. I will automatically know the famous boy Harrison. I would know him. Xavier Weaver because I'm in Florida and watch Colorado. But Harrison would be the only one for them. So they wide receiver group, I wouldn't know nobody. Let me see. I got the Atlanta Falcons. Let me see if I know somebody. Ray McLeod because he from Tampa. But let me see. Kyle Pitts. And he a tight end. That would be the only person. I know Mooney because he was at Tulane. But Kyle Pitts would be the only one. And I did hear about that dude Drake London, but he ain't nobody. Let me glance one more. The Commanders. Debo, yeah. Terry, yeah. And that's it. So, hey, I guess it is what it is. Dollar, you say only made sense now? Trade Shedeur, PR. Brandon, you say this will be legit? Yeah. If they lose against the Jets. I think the Jets gonna beat them. Not they should beat the Jets, but the Jets get hot. And this is entertaining. Listen, my mom made me pick. She said, Cole, who you think gonna win in these games? So I gave her my true, honest opinions. Miami won. I didn't think they was gonna win. The Texans won. I didn't think they was gonna win. And the Jets won, and I didn't think they was gonna win. And who else won this past weekend? So the NFL throw you for their little rinky-dinks. Now, the only thing in Cleveland favor is every team that they need to win want to win. The Saints, new coach, want to win. The Jets, new coach, want to win. Tennessee is the only team that the players probably want to win. I don't know if the intern going to want to win. Yeah. Because Cleveland at number 4 right now. All right, you say the owner, Jimmy, needs to do what's right by Shedeur. When it's Red Sea time, it will, but other than that, I don't think it's happening. Or does Shedeur get traded? Man, I will be on the first thing out. Dude says, and I won't even look Cleveland way. I won't be thinking about what Dylan Gabriel doing at all. Kathy, you say Kevin is stubborn. He doesn't know the value of talent. I think they know. I just think they tanking. This clear. I'm telling y'all, if we lose to the Jets, the Raiders, and Tennessee, that is clear tank mode. CA, you say then next year they will continue to give Dylan opportunities. They won't give Shedeur. Well, now, they got all these draft picks to justify. Next year, I don't know, like going into the 27 draft, I don't know if they're going to have all them draft picks. So this year, they got to make the most of it. Oh, it's going to get ugly. LW, you say Hawaii 5-0. I know it. Allison, what's good? Marquis, you say Shedeur to the Minnesota. I'd take it if he got traded. But if they did trade him, I want to go somewhere good. But I think they're going to just Shedeur on ice right now. They got Shedeur on ice, baby. Yeah. But Shedeur chilling. That's why he put that letter out to calm everybody down. That's why every time they get a chance to ask him, he always let everybody know what the real deal is. So Shedeur say, man, I don't even be knowing what they doing. I don't have no clue what's going on. So Cam, what's good? But look, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I just want to come on and ride out with y'all. I've been giving y'all videos too. I be going live and giving y'all videos. Do y'all like the little videos? Give me your honest opinion, because you know we family. Gotta talk to me. I gotta know what's good. Do y'all like my little videos I give? I still go live. I still do my 2 lives, one in the morning at 11:30 a.m., then one at the then you know I got that PM one at 1:40. And then I done started dropping videos. I just try to keep it popping. All right, cool. So y'all rocking with it. All right, so we'll keep that going then. We'll keep that going. But hey, blessings to y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Robert, hey, appreciate it. I always want the truth from y'all now. He got, hey, hey, if truth hurt, it hurt. But hey, all right, you say I was like, oh, snap. Stephanie, listen, I used to do it, then I stopped. Matter of fact, I did it in 23 and 24, but sometime in 24 I stopped. And then as of recently, I was getting a haircut at my barber, not last week, but the week before, and we was just talking about different stuff. And I was just talking about what I be seeing in this world right here. And I was like, man, should I? Then my wife kept telling me, Cole, why you just going one way? Why I gotta be one or the other? Why it can't be everything? So I started back. So hey, I keep dropping everything as we do. So you know I'm gonna get my lives. My live Monday through Friday is at 11:30 a.m. Then I come back at 1:40 p.m. And then I try to get me a live in the evening. But as of now, I'm going to post all throughout the day. LH, yeah, that too. But I try to give y'all good stuff. I try my best to give you good stuff so it just won't be no play, no garbage. So I try to give y'all the good stuff. That's why I be trying to look what they got out there. But hey, blessings to y'all. We'll rock out tomorrow. And I drop some videos before I go live. And then y'all know I go live at 11:30 a.m. and 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then I'll try to get one in the evening or at night. But hey, appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all.